Why did God created the tree of knowledge next to the tree of life? Today, I want to bring up a very old and very deep question. When reading the Bible, everyone eventually pauses at this question. Why did God create the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? If God is all-powerful, He could have created Eden without that tree. So why did He place it there knowing humanity would fall? And one more question. Why was it placed right next to the tree of life? Today, we will walk through these questions together. First, love cannot be forced. The most fundamental reason God created the tree can be summed up in one sentence. Love cannot be forced. God did not create humans as programmed robots. If He wanted machines that simply obey commands, there would have been no need for the tree. He could have designed humans for automatic obedience. But that was not what God wanted. God wanted beings with free will, beings who think, decide, and choose for themselves, because only then can love be real. For free will to exist, there must be the possibility of choice. If there is only one option, it is not truly a choice. The tree made that choice possible. The tree of life represents life in God and relationship with Him. The tree of knowledge represents independence, choosing to judge without God. These were not just trees, but two directions of life. Second, why place it right next to the tree of life? God could have placed it far away, hidden in a corner of Eden, somewhere easy to ignore. But He placed it right beside the tree of life. This was not accidental. It was intentional. God did not want humans to choose Him only in rare, dramatic moments. He wanted them to choose Him in everyday life. Every time they passed the tree of life, the other tree was right there. And in that moment, they had to choose. Depend on God or rely on their own judgment. This is the essence of faith. Faith is not a one-time decision. It is a daily choice. Third, the connection to Lucifer's fall. Before Eden, something had already happened in heaven. Lucifer was a perfect being, close to God. But one thought grew within him. I will be like God. This is the essence of his fall. Rejecting God and exalting himself. Choosing independence over submission. And the meaning of the tree is exactly the same. The serpent told Eve, "You will be like God, knowing good and evil." It was the same idea, to become the standard without God. The same principle that caused Lucifer to fall was repeated in Eden. And that same principle is still active today. The world constantly says, "You are the standard. Your feelings define truth. What you think is right is right." This is the spirit of Lucifer at work. Fourth, why did God allow this risk? If God is all-knowing, why allow this? Job 23:10 says, "When He has tested me, I will come forth as gold." Gold is mixed with impurities. Only through fire does it become pure. God did not want beings who simply appeared perfect. He wanted those who would pass through testing. Lucifer fell in a perfect environment. But Job chose God in suffering. He said, "I will come forth as gold." This is what God desires. Not forced obedience, but proven faith. Not comfort-based worship, but faith that survives the fire. Fifth, did God desire evil? No, God did not desire evil. But free will includes the possibility of evil. Without that possibility, love cannot exist. God gave humanity the freedom to choose, and He was willing to bear the cost of that choice. That cost was the cross. Finally, what kind of people does God desire? The tree was not just a prohibition. It was a pathway that revealed true love and loyalty. Being next to the tree of life meant a constant opportunity to choose God. The connection to Lucifer shows the same principle, the choice to live independently from God. But what God ultimately wanted was not forced obedience. It was voluntary love proven through testing. To know darkness and still choose the light. To pass through fire and come out as gold. That is who we are meant to be. We are standing in that place of choice right now. Every moment, the two trees stand before us. God did not want forced obedience. He wanted those who choose Him freely through testing. So today, what are you choosing? Thank you for watching.